that was not the way we wanted to start the evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we just happened to be coming on to the stream. Just as Iain jumped in the party. Welcome along, everybody, to the Motive Racing YouTube channel. We're here for the second round of the GT3s on ACC here on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 platforms. My name's Andy, and you may or may not have recognised that noise, but that is Emo Guy. That is Iain. Welcome along, Iain, as you joined at just the right time there.
Yeah, I really do apologise about that, ladies and gentlemen. As Andy said, I have only just joined in the commentary booth, so I really do apologise for that. Really, the only good thing I can say from that is it's really good timing, but yes. Other than that, I apologise.
Well, we do have this little tradition where we jump in the party and we just greet each other with unorthodox method of greeting. However, obviously you got it at the wrong time as we were just going live for the stream, but nonetheless, anyway, we're coming towards the end of the qualifying session here for the second round of the GT3s. Iain, are you in the session yet? Motives?
Not
I can't tell you the password out loud. Oh my goodness, I almost said the password there. Jesus Christ.
Just shoot me over DMs.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the same as yesterday.
Alright, okay, that's it.
So here we are then, coming towards the end of the qualifying session. At the moment we've got Rompu on pole ahead of Morato. These two separated by only 2/10. You've got Cheese Monkey not too far behind them, as well as Rocco. Woody out there on a lap, as well as Just Dans, or Just Dans. I can't work out which one it is. I know that Dans in French is pronounced Dans, but I don't know if he's French. He might not be. He might be English for all we know. But we've got Woody coming out of the Parabolica here and out onto the start-finish straight. Let's see what he can do here in the number 21 Audi. Woody looking good here so far at Monza as he crosses over the line. He does move up the order there, goes up into P4 right at the death of the session, but nobody at the moment can beat Rompu, who's currently looking like your man on pole here for the second round of the season. Didn't have the best of openers at Spa, but looking to try and right those wrongs this time out, getting ahead of Morato there. Good to see Cheese Monkey up there in the leaderboard. He's only 2/10 off for the pole time, racing as a reserve tonight. Can't make all the GT3 races here on a Sunday, but he's going to try and make as many as he possibly can. The two-time GT3 champion, GT4 champion, should I say, and also the regular racer on a Saturday night in the British GT Sprint Cup. So he's looking very strong at the moment in that AMG, the same car he drives in the British GTs, which he drove yesterday night at Spa and did an excellent job in terms of pace. The races didn't go to plan for him, as he had all sorts of problems yesterday, but nonetheless we'll be looking to try and bounce back from that in the best possible way. So that is the 18 car field for the qualifying session. That is your result here. So it's Rompu lining up on pole position ahead of Morato, 2/10 of a second between those two. Cheese Monkey will line up in P3 with Woody alongside him on the second row, followed by Rocco and Nils Barca in 5th and 6th. Spuzz and Just Dance will be in 7th and 8th, followed by SD12-Scuderia Pool completing the top 10. Then we're going to have Awesome Gumball in 11th place, followed by Yellow Army in 12th, Che Pilotto P13, Grey Wolf 14th, Nilsson will be in P15 for this one, followed by Stones, the last driver to set a lap time, and the reigning champion of the Motive Racing GT3 division, Jonathan Reed, will be lining up in P17. So he didn't set a lap time in the session, but he will be at the back for this one, so that's going to be interesting to see where he can get himself up to. He commented, he messaged me on Discord there saying this will be his last race on the PlayStation, as he's moving to PC pretty soon. He's ordered his PC already. Having said that though, I know a man here who's got a PC and he still can't get enough of PlayStation. That is indeed Emo Guy.
Yeah, it's
too many friends on PlayStation, isn't it? It's too many friends on it.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's a completely different ball game when you go into PC, because obviously, as many people know, ACC on PlayStation and Xbox is just a port of the game on PC. It's just a lot less buggy on PC. You know, it just looks so much better on PC. It just handles so much differently, and obviously, you know, with the higher frames per second, you do get the advantage of being able to get a good few more seconds out of your car on PC with those extra frames. But you know, sometimes it's nice to come back to your roots and, you know, race where you go back to where you started out.
Absolutely, it definitely is, and it's always good to have Iain in the commentary box, as he's a regular racer in the PS4 leagues here at Motive. But unfortunately, it's got a bit of an injury at the moment. So Iain, as I said before, your loss at the moment is my game, because I get you in the box and we get to have a good old chinwag over these GT3 cars driving around Monza here tonight. It's going to be a 1 hour race here for this one. There's going to be a mandatory pit window in the middle of it. It'll be a 25-minute pit window, a 10-minute pit window between minutes 25 and 35 in this race. Also, I want to mention, but last but by no means least, Lightblade will be lining up at the back. A late stand in reserve tonight. Also sent us a message on Discord saying, would you mind if I jump in? You know, race tonight, it'd be great to get some action in. I'm looking to get some racing in, and I said to Lightblade, absolutely, you may join. And so he will be lining up on P18 for this one, as we're now just counting down the seconds.
I'm going to be honest, I'm going to keep an eye out for Lightblade, because I saw him, the way that he performs in that Bentley and around Monza, and I'm going to give him an outside chance for this.
Monza, Lightblade is strong. I know he is strong around here, but yeah, I don't know. It might be a bit of a push for him. P18. Personally,
well, if you look at how I performed in the GT4s, I started from the pits, and I still managed to claw my way back up to what was it, like 6th?
It is a track where you can overtake, and for some reason, although on the PC the Bentley is actually not the fastest car, on the PS4 I'd say that the Bentley's got some of the best straight line speed on this game. So you could be onto something there. I mean, it's a track. Monza is notoriously a track where you can overtake as long as you've got a quick car. If you've got a slow car down the straights, then it's very, very difficult to overtake. You can still have pace around this track, despite not having straight line speed, but overtaking can be a real pain. But
well, it's all down to that how much rear wing you run, because obviously the rear wing on this is obviously just equivalent to that's how you control your downforce. So it is, right around here, I've run the Bentley many times with zero wing, and it still grips as if you've got it set on 5. So right now, the Bentley and the Ferrari are good cars around here. So they are. So it's, the Bentleys and the Ferraris, I'm going to keep an eye on tonight.
Fair play. I think that's a good shout. I think that the Ferraris look very, very strong as well. Rompu lining up on pole for this one. His first pole in a long time, I think. I haven't seen him up that high in the qualifying session for a good while, so that's obviously great to see. Hopefully Rompu can have a strong race here tonight. Who knows, maybe even convert this pole to a win. Long way to go, obviously, an hour ahead of us, and with a mandatory pit window as well to shake things up ever so slightly. You've got to be on the ball for a fair amount of time here out on the track, and that is obviously going to be the undoing of some people, as little mistakes will start to creep in, little lapses of concentration. That's going to be where these guys earn their bread, earn their money, earn their dough. But Robert Rompu ahead of Luck Morato. Cheese Monkey raced here in the GT4s only last week. Now obviously they're very kettle of fish, these GT3s compared to the GT4s, but that may put him in good stead here. Also, I just want to say a big shout out to the 16 people watching on stream right now. This is absolutely awesome to see so many of you watching. I know Sunday night is a great night for a lot of people to just chill out, watch some racing, so I'm so glad that you have chosen to watch here at Motive, on Motive TV, here for the GT3s, the second round of the season. I know it's a popular track, Monza. I know that Monza is one that always gets a few clicks because of the exciting nature of the racing around this track. I will also thank Smalley on commenting in the stream saying come on Dash, getting behind SD12 Dash for this one. You got Raki saying evening all, ready for a good race with great commentating. Thank you. I don't know, I think Ian's probably the one doing the good commentating tonight, but we got also Raki there behind Scuderia Paul as well. Scuderia Paul will be lining up. Where is he actually? He's in P10, so not too bad from Scuderia Paul. We can definitely do some good work from there. Cheese Monkey saying evening everyone. Well, evening Cheese Monkey. John Jig, evening all. Welcome along, John Jig. We got Woody says good luck everyone, as does Cheese Monkey. And Raki says cool, almost a full field. Yep, we're getting there, Raki. We're getting there with these GT3s. Still a couple away from a full grid. I know that Evan unfortunately couldn't make tonight, a very, very late withdrawal, so that was a spot we couldn't fill. And obviously, I think we were going to be one short anyway, but it's not too bad. Decent, very, very decent. Sean Freeman, the lead coordinator for the GT4, says even though hopefully this race is better than the unfortunate result for Tottenham, I imagine. I'm not 100% what happened there, but I imagine they didn't get a good result.
Watching that game.
Oh, what was the score?
I have no idea, but give me 2 seconds and I shall quickly look it up.
I've also got Raven Maestro Ravi in the comments. Ravi used to commentate with us on Project Cars 2. Bit of a throwback there, blast from the past, saying yeah.
Ravi commented on that. I was actually did the commentating on my very first race.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember.
Tier 3 indie road course. GCE.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Oh mate, throwback. Well, Ravi there in the comments going, yeah. But we also got Chris Bissick there, says, evening chaps. Welcome, Chris. Trekkie says, light blade slices through the field, he should be fine. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Ravi also saying, what's up? Keep an eye out for the first corner. There is bread in the horse. We also got Raki saying, it's still strange Rompu in a Ferrari. I think we'll get used to it. Sean Freeman says, flying the DJC colours Rompu, absolutely we. It's a DJC driver, part of the team run DJC stable. Still yet CJR in the comments, hopefully with CJR tonight, the chairman of the team run DJC board. We've also got Chris saying, DJC boys, let's go, good luck to all. 2-0 Chelsea, said Sean. So
yeah,
that will explain.
2-0 still, it's 90 minutes.
So it's not the most inspiring display there from Tottenham. But here we are then, up towards the line, about to get this race underway. Ian, I've got to ask you the $1 million question, as we always do. Who's going to win this one?
Well, like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on Lightblade as he comes through the field. As you know, we know how strong of a driver is, and I'm not trying to be biased just because he's a run DDC driver, but mostly because of how much pace he does have as a driver. But in terms, he's going to be my dark horse for this race. But we've had a spin.
Oh, it's who somebody's off.
Yellow Army.
Yellow Army's gone off, yeah.
Lightblade did manage to make his way through a couple of cars, but Yellow Army just stopped Lightblade in these tracks there.
In the meantime, Alexis Marato's done Rompu into the Della Raja chicane, so he's up in position. Rompu there still all right up his trumpet there in second place. We can see Woody there in third place ahead of Cheese Monkey, so Woody doing a good start as well. As we've got Nils Barser, the last week's round 1 winner, just in behind these guys, as we've also got Woody having a look to the inside of Rompu coming through Lesmo 1. These guys always in that runoff to the absolute maximum there, but everybody's keeping it more or less within reasonable limits at this point, and very clean start to this race. Only Lightblade and Yellow Army really struggling at the start. Yellow Army spinning off and Lightblade having to take evasive action as a result. But underneath the old circuit we come, and in towards Ascari for the first time. We've got Luck Morato ahead of Rompu, ahead of Woody, and Cheese Monkey's trying to pressure Woody, as well as Woody trying to get onto the back of Rompu if he can. Nils Barser will be looking to try and make it a couple of podiums from the first 2 races. Oh, Cheese Monkey all over the curb there at the exit of Ascari, and he's wide, he's very, very wide. He's going to lose out, I think, to Nils Barser. Rocco will be on the back of him as well, but I think Cheese Monkey's down to P5, doesn't lose any more positions in that instance there. Luck Morato leads us coming into Parabolica ahead of Rompu, Woody, Cheese Monkey. Nils Barser is up into 4th place now.
Side by side with Cheese Monkey, might have him here. Yeah, he's got him.
Rocco, nice move, and also side by side Spuzz is looking to the inside of Just Dan's as well, as they're out onto the start finish straight. They're going to be side by side all the way down the straight. They'll both get slipstream from the cars in front of them, Rocco and Cheese Monkey, so it's like a formation type of thing here down the start finish straight. But Cheese Monkey hasn't quite got the legs on Rocco in the Lexus, out dragging that AMG, showing that the Lexus has got the power over the AMG despite the AMG having the slipstream. Oh, as we see a bit of contact there between Spuzz and Dan's, and those two just getting in a bit of a tangle. In behind them you see SD12-Scuderia Paul got a little bit onto the runoff there. Jonathan Reed though, got to say a big shout out to this man here. He's already up into 11th place from by the back of the field. He's just getting ahead of Awesome Gumball there. So Jonathan Reed has not hung about at all at the start of this race, flashing his lights here to Scuderia Paul, saying come on mate, move over, get over, but Scuderia Paul's got every right to be there. Oh, Rocco has gone deep, yeah. But yeah, Scuderia Paul under no obligation to let Jonathan by here, but Jonathan's getting frustrated. We see here Spuzz has got he's got Just Dan's looking down his inside in towards Lesmo 1 in the background of that SD12 all over the curve, and Scuderia Paul's going to make the move down the inside of SD12 into Lesmo 2, and Scuderia Paul up into 9th place after going from defence to attack there. I was trying to keep Jonathan Reed behind him, and ended up getting ahead of SD12 there.
It looks like Just Dan might be returning the possession to Spuzz. It seems like I did see Spuzz flashing his lights at him, so obviously Spuzz was pushed out potentially wide by Just Dan's, so he just done the gentlemanly thing and returned the possession.
Which is good to see. Obviously, if there is a little bit of a mistake from a driver, if they're a bit too aggressive, it's always good to see they're doing the right thing and just handing it back, saying, "Come on, mate, after you." And obviously, we like to see that sportsman-like behaviour here on the Motive channel. As we can see, Jonathan Reed is going to make the move down the inside of Scuderia Paul. Out of a Parabolica they come, and Jonathan Reed up into 9th place, picking up yet another driver here in his quest to try and climb up the field. Where can he get up to? Can he get himself on the podium? Can he even get a win here? Very unlikely, but nothing's impossible, especially with Jonathan Reed. He is the reigning champion of this GT3 division, but not racing as a regular driver for this season, as he's not able to make all the races. He is moving to PC very soon. He said before in the start of this race in DMs to me, this could be his final race.
Stone's got really out of shape there. Must have got a tyre onto the grass as he was trying to cut it, as he was going into the braking zone, and just went completely sideways and nearly collected Lightblade. Talking about Lightblade, actually, he's already back up into 14th, and he's already looking at SD12 Dash coming into the second chicane.
He is, and we see J Pilotto in the foreground as well, looking down the inside of Awesome Gumball, and he gets that done beautiful. Oh no, he has to say that, he's gone deep there into the second part of the corner, and SD12 is going to make it 3 wide, I think, coming down towards Esmo 1. No, he squeezes through the gap. Awesome Gumball losing out there to SD12 Dash, and Lightblade just on the back of this.
Awesome Gumball actually spun coming out of that second chicane.
Oh, it was, yeah, my apologies, yeah, that's J Pilotto there with a similar livery, but ultimately in a different car. So, come on, Andy. But yeah, Awesome Gumball there. One's a Ferrari, one's a Porsche, but Awesome Gumball there.
Hold on.
Or was it J Pilotto? No, it was.
Awesome Gumball and someone else is running the same livery, I believe.
Yeah, J Pilotto and Awesome Gumball in the same livery, but one's a Porsche, one's a Ferrari.
No, it's Grey Wolf.
Oh,
Grey
Wolf
Wolf running the same colour. Yeah, he's a Ferrari as well.
Yes, of course, those two teammates, they must be teammates, Awesome Gumball and Grey Wolf.
Yeah.
Confusing the hell out of us there. They've got literally identical liveries. So that's why I was looking at the wrong guy there. In the meantime, we've got to go to this here, because it looks as though Woody's got ahead of basically everyone here. Rompu's down to P6, Woody into second place, now closing up onto the back of the leader Morato a little bit, so I don't know what's happened there to Rompu. But his big moment here, with obviously all the eyes on him starting on pole in this one, has now got Spuzz looking down his inside, and Spuzz late on the brakes into turn 1. But Rompu's going to hold it around the outside and holds onto that one for now. But this is not looking good for Rompu here, as he seems to have a little bit of damage, not much, but he's just got a bit of a knock on the front end of that Ferrari, which could potentially be playing havoc with his lap times at the moment. So we'll have to keep an eye on him and see what he can get up to. Nils Barcelow from P6 on the grid is up into third place. We see him cutting the inside of the second chicane there though, and that's not going to do him any favours at all, as he's got Woody just in front of him there, so he's got him very much within his sights. But at the moment, top 3, Luck Morato, Woody and Nils Barca separated by just under 2 seconds. Cheese Monkey and Rocco not too far off, and then it's a bit of a gap back to Rompu at that moment. We've got Spuzz just stands on the back. Jonathan Reed there, very much looming up on these guys in the background there. 9th place at the moment, Scuderia Paul completing the top 10, followed by SD12 J Pilotto. Lightblade all over the back of J Pilotto, trying to get himself into 12 if he can. There's Nilsson and Grey Wolf, Stones, Yellow Army and Awesome Gumball at the back. There's battles everywhere you look at the moment. This is absolutely great stuff here, and the whole pack not really separated by a major amount at this point. I'd say about 20 seconds covering last to first. Ain't too bad 4 laps into the race, considering it's Monza and there's always the potential for a little bit of spread between the field. But at the moment, Luck Morato and Woody separated by a second out the front. Woody's carving that gap down, and he's a little bit quicker than Luck Morato over the course of this lap. Woody, in his first race in the GT3s here, could already be sensing his first win.
Yeah, he could be. He's looking really good actually. He's kept that car in pretty much every ideal lane that you can have at Monza. Right now, he's definitely got his eyes set on catching the Ferrari ahead of him. He's keeping that gap, and he's bringing it down even further. So he just needs to keep his eye on the ball. It's one thing catching a driver, it's another thing passing them, especially around here.
It definitely is. It's always going to be a bit of a challenge for anybody, but obviously you need to have a very fast car down the straights, and I suppose Woody's got that in the Audi, but Luck Morato's got the jack of all trades in the Ferrari. Pretty solid in everything. It's quick in the corners, it's quick down the straights. It's just a decent car all round. At the moment, Cheese Monkey seems to have closed on it a little bit on the top 3, so Cheese Monkey is now only about 3 seconds off for the lead, so he's done some good work over the last couple of laps, and he's very much in this battle here. Rocco's started to fall off at the top 4 a little bit now. Spuzz pretty close on Rompu here. You see 2 tenths between those two, just stands there very close in the background as he gets a little bit off the curb there. Looks like he was really ricocheting off of that curb. Jonathan Reed, was that lag? I just saw Jonathan Reed sliding into Turismo 2. It was lag, it's alright, it's all good. But he's now pulling up onto the back of Just Dance here, in the battle for 8th place. You've got SD12 Dash a little way off for the back of Scuderia Paul. J. Paulotto still keeping... Oh yeah,
Lightblade made an overtake on the Porsche behind on Leg. Is that J. Plotto? Yeah. He kind of got a little bit loose coming out of the second chicane, and Lightblade was right behind him, so he decided, you know, I'll take that place, and he's on his way to try and catch up to SD12 Dash.
He is, absolutely, and SD12 Dash is currently just having a bit of a lonely race so far. Hasn't really been doing too much in the grand scheme of things. He's just been falling off a little bit off the Scuderia Paul, but he's got a solid gap back to the guys behind him. Can he now really dig deep and try and push here in this race? He's obviously got some support in the comment section, as we mentioned earlier on. The first comment of the evening was from Smalley saying come on Dash, so he's very much got some people rooting for him in this YouTube comment section. But what can he do? Obviously we'll see if Lightblade can pull up onto the back of him pretty soon.
Cheese Monkey's now up to third. He's made that move on Neil Buttersaw. He's now up in third.
Nils Bass is trying to come back in though in towards the De La Roja chicane, but he is a little bit too far away. Luck Morato, but 3/10 quicker than Woody on the previous lap, so he's now started to find a bit more time here. We've got Woody still on the hole, is still hunting him down, but Luck definitely having the luck on that previous lap. We've got Nils Bass still on the back of Cheese Monkey. Rocco's started to gain a little bit more on these guys again. It's kind of yo-yoing between those two. It's ebbing and throwing between all of these top 5 really. You've got the top 5 separated by about 5 seconds, so not very much at all in it. And then they're just clear away ahead of Rompu, who's a further 4 seconds back. He's still keeping Spuzz at bay. We believe Rompu's got a little bit of front end damage, not too major, so fingers crossed he'll be able to get that sorted out when he pops into the pits for a short time, and then he'll be able to go off and on his way.
Luke Morato, I think he might have had a lot of a slide going into the chicane there, because that gap came down by quite a lot.
Yeah, this is now very much race on, as we see Luck Morato and Woody coming out of the Parabolica here. That looks like it is pretty much bang on a second, which is what the timing board says as well, so that very much agrees with me there. But over the line we come, and the gap is now under a second. Yeah, this is now very much opportunity for Woody to try and not Luck while he's in a bit of a rut here, but looks like Rutt's already recovered himself and has got himself back into the zone here. But we're lap 7 of this race here for the GT3s at Motives on a Sunday night. A big thank you to everybody watching live on YouTube. We got Ravi I was asking Chris if he's tried VR. We got Smalley says Nils is also my mate, but his orange Ferrari is disgusting. Yeah,
I'm not the biggest fan of that colour, I'm sorry, no, but that's not a nice colour. But he did actually make a move back on Cheese Monkey into the first corner, but he kind of got a little bit loose, got his tyres onto the grass, and it just allowed Cheese Monkey to slip on right back again. Obviously
a shame there for Nils Barca, but he's Rocco, yeah. Very loose out of De La Roja, and did really well to hold on to that. We also got Spuzz in the background looking to try and make the move on Rompu. Still can't do it. He's getting a bit frustrated, I'm sure. They got Jonathan running in. Oh no, Spuzz has lost it. Yeah, you're right.
Jonathan nearly, it was so close to collecting him there.
I'll tell you what, that was nip and tuck, but hopefully Jonathan hasn't got too much damage on that car. But that's going to bring just Dan's into play here onto the back of Spuzz a little bit. But yeah, at the moment Nils is just sticking on the back of Cheese Monkey. Nils Barca, obviously championship leader, having won the first race of the season last week at Spa. He absolutely ran away with it. This time though, it looks like his rivals have very much done their homework on this Monza circuit. They're not going to allow the same thing to happen to them that happened last time.
SD12.
Yeah, he is.
Right on the back of him.
Oh, here we go. See somebody up the front ahead of them kicking up some grass there. Just saw some dirt being flying in the air. I don't know exactly who that was. Yeah, probably must have been Scuderia Paul. But Lightblade looking to the outside into the Parabolica. Can he make this go around the long way here? He's going to actually have the preferred line, as it's an advantage to be on the outside around this part of the track, as you're able to, one, you're on the racing line, but two, you actually can carry so much more speed as the curve is more banked as you get higher up on the outside. So Lightblade there breezing around the outside of SD12, and he's up into 11th place.
I think SD12 might just be able to keep a hold of that going into the first chicane, yep.
Lightblade's just over a car length ahead, and he does get it done. He's going to go deep, is he? No, he gets, nicely done there from Lightblade. So he can now try and chase after the guys up ahead of him. Obviously he hasn't got too far to go. He's probably about 10 seconds off of a top 5 spot not too far off, about 15 seconds off of a podium, so we'll keep an eye on Lightblade as he...
Oh, Nils Barca's he messed it up. Nils Barca got ahead of Cheese Monkey again, but he completely messed up going into the death roller chicane. So he did.
Nils Barca keeps doing it, doesn't he? I mean, now he's got Rocco all over the back of him, which is never going to be an easy thing when you got used to chasing what's in front of you, and all of a sudden you're having to now look in your mirrors and defend. But
yeah, it's just that chicane is it's so easy to mess up on in this game. I've done it many times, especially if you flip the exit sleeping policeman. It's your car just lifts up, and as soon as it hits back down, you just bounce, and that's you.
Absolutely, yeah. Those speed bumps can be very, very disorientating. But we're coming down towards the Parabolica now. Nils Barca and Rocco separated by not very much at all. As Freeman says, Cheese Monkey could come on strong and take the win here. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, mate. Wouldn't surprise me massively. Although it did look like he got a little bit impeded by whatever happened to Nils, which Iain has described to us there. Seems like Cheese Monkey might have been caught up in it a little bit, because he's a little bit further off of Luck and Woody than he was. He's around 4 seconds adrift of them at this point, so Cheese Monkey's got work to do, but he's clearly got the pace tonight, and he's got some talent in the GT3s, which is not far off of the sort of talent that we see from him in the GT4s on a Wednesday. So Cheese Monkey has clearly come on leaps and bounds in these GT3s, partly down to the fact that he's been racing in the British GTs Sprint Cup on a Saturday here at Motive for this season. He's done 4 races in that so far, and he's a very, very strong contender in that series, and clearly his work that he's done in the AMG has paid off a treat. But we've also got Wicks in the comments, says Jonathan for the win. Chris saying I have a triple 32-inch monitor. Ryan and Lightblade is on the back of Dash. He is. We got to that one in the end, mate. Disco Face says evening Andy, welcome. Disco also, I've got Emo Guy alongside me. Can you hear? I think you can hear Emo Guy. Let me just double check. I think you can. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you must be able to, because people have commented on what he's saying, so you must be able to.
I'm just looking back at the replay of what happened to Nils Barca. He was quite a bit behind Cheese Monkey, and he just outbroke himself. He just went straight over the entry and went straight across the chicane.
It's easily done. It is really easily done.
It is so very easily done, especially if you're too focused on the driver ahead. It's so easy to miss your braking mark, and once you miss it, you've got no chance of slowing down. Sometimes
you might go 50. The thing is, like, you look out for that braking marker, and you might end up, as you say, missing the first one and thinking that the next one is the one that you're supposed to brake at, so you end up braking 50 metres too late, and by that point you're just a passenger. You just have to try and slow down in time for the bollards, which are
that's it. That
becomes
Yellow Army has lost it again in the middle of the two Lesmos.
He has, yeah. The Yellow Army's. I think he might have lost out to Nilsson here. Nelson's way up the field. Awesome Gumball. Was he coming up? He's no, he's not. It's not quite with him yet. Awesome Gumball, Stones, and Grey Wolf have had a few problems in the start of this race. Those guys not having the opening few laps to the second race of the season that they would have ideally been hoping for. But we've also got Ryan in the comments getting his support in for Lightblade. Member of Run DJC is Ryan, so he'll obviously be rooting for Lightblade.
Sorry to cut you off there, but you said we have a dedicated pit window, didn't we? Or is it pit any time?
It should be between minutes 25 and 35.
Well, we have Jonathan Reed that's going into the pits early.
Oh no. Has he got damage on that Bentley? Maybe he's got suspension damage, because it doesn't look too damaged to me. But he is in right now, so well, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, that could be quite debilitating for Jonathan.
Well, it definitely looks like his bonnet's popped. Looks like his bumper's hanging off a little bit, so he might have some kind of damage.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you got a point there. It doesn't look like he might have been through the walls a little bit. Lamarato's got almost a 2-second gap here to Woody out the front now, though, so he's got the pace down, and Woody's not quite able to go with him at this point. These guys are keeping the gap to Cheese Monkey at around 4 or 5 seconds, so that's staying around the same. Cheese Monkey's gap nils a little bit. Cheese Monkey's just coming on some traffic there. That's either Awesome Gumball or Grey Wolf. I'm not sure which one.
It's Grey Wolf.
Grey Wolf, okay. But Cheese Monkey there, a couple of seconds ahead of Nils Barca. You got Rocco there falling off the back of these leaders ever so slightly now. And the pole sitter Rompu, bit of damage on the Ferrari. In fact, he's got a bit more damage since then as well. That looks like it's had an additional bit of contact there. So he's now running a little way off of the leaders. About 15 seconds off of the lead at this point, so he'll be just hoping and praying that the pit window spins around as quickly as possible.
Scooter Red Bull's making a move on Spuzz, coming out the Powerball curve.
Yeah, here he is.
Spuzz is going into the pits.
Wow, they're all coming in very early here. So
yeah, obviously they might not know if it's a pit any time or if it's a dedicated pit window.
He has got damage. That Ferrari has got quite a bit of. It's taken a fair old whack into the wall there on the front, so he's coming in to get that sorted out. But well, in the meantime, Luck's still leading ahead of Woody. And in terms of other battles, we've got Lightblade now pulling up onto the back of Scooter Air Paul here.
He's just came at the pits. I've never saw him pit, but I just saw him coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Jonathan there behind them. That's Jonathan who's just come out of the pits. You sure you weren't looking at him?
No, I was on board with Scooter Air Paul, and I saw a Bentley pulling out of the pits, and the only Bentley that's around anywhere near him right now is Lightblade.
I know it's Jonathan. Jonathan's just behind them. Jonathan's a lap down on them, just behind them. You're right there.
Just a second, I'll quickly recheck the replay, just to double check myself.
Yeah, Jonathan's right behind them. I think it must have been the one you were looking at, because he is right on their tail. But he's a lap down on those guys. But Scooter Red Paul and Lightblade currently battling it out, half a second between them as they're coming up towards Ascari here for the 11th time in this race. Gap at the front between Luck Morato and Woody staying just under 2 seconds there. Saw somebody cutting over the grass there coming out of Ascari. Don't know what happened, but just stands. Looks like he's got that Ferrari where he wants it at the moment. Spuzz still in the pits, he's just coming out of the pits now, so he's just coming off the limiter and he will be off and away once again. Lots of comments coming in tonight. Always exciting to have people chiming in and getting excited over the racing. Top 10 lap
it was
races,
the other Bentley. My apologies on that one.
It was Jonathan. I thought it was Jonathan. Chris says, watch this space, 42 minutes to go. Anything can happen here at the moment. And Lightblade, to be fair, isn't too far for the lead either. Sean Freeman saying he could push for the top 5. Possible podium, says Chris. I wouldn't rule it out, Chris. I wouldn't rule it out. It's unlikely, but never say never. In fact, you know what? Actually, I've just forgotten. We found some sick camera angles yesterday, and I'm gonna switch to that nice camera angle that we were using yesterday, because it really does show us a little bit more of the action. But Lightblade currently in a sandwich here in between a couple of Bentleys. He's driving a Bentley himself. He's got the number 77 behind him. He's driving in the 7, and he has got the number 24 Scooter Air Paul just in front of him as they're coming down to the second chicane, the Della Roja chicane, for the 12th time in this race. But Lightblade is getting held up a little bit here. He's now got the run on Scooter Air Paul as he's looking to the inside. Is Paul going to see him coming in towards Wesmo 1 as he tags the curb a little bit? Yeah, and Paul with that preferred line around the corner, holding on to that. A lot of these corners are banked ever so slightly, and so being on the outside can be a major advantage through a lot of these corners, as we see him now trying to get the run here. But Jonathan Reed trying to unlap himself, and this could play absolute chaos for these two. Lightblade is now closing that door. He's keeping that door closed so that Jonathan nowhere to go, and Jonathan has to get out of it. But Lightblade now looking to the outside in towards Ascari, but Scooter Paul squeezing him.
Oh, Just Dance just lost it.
Oh no, Just Stands there. It's facing the wrong way. He needs to be careful about rejoining the track. He manages to slot into a gap there in between ST12 and Jai Palotto, so well spotted there from Just Dance, but he's lost 3 places there, down to P10 in this race, not what he would have needed at all, as we see Lightblade still in this battle here, looking down the inside. He's got Jonathan trying to unlap himself on the outside, and Jonathan, I said before, you've got a bit of an advantage being on the outside through Parabolica. It can work very nicely, and then he has to tuck in as we see Lightblade taking the shorter distance around the corner. But we are 3 in a line here coming down the start-finish straight now. Jonathan looks to the inside, trying to unlap himself once again on Lightblade. Lightblade's got the slipstream on Scooter Air Paul as they're now coming down towards turn 1. Is Jonathan going to try and take 2 in 1 and try and unlap himself twice? As we see there, we got Just Dance very late on the brakes and cutting the chicane there as a result. Just Dance there having a nightmare. No, not Just Dance. Sorry, it was ST12.
That's ST12, yeah.
It was ST12 outbreaking himself there coming into turn 1. but Scooter Air Paul still ahead of Lightblade, and now Lightblade is behind Jonathan Reed, so that's going to be frustrating for Lightblade now, as he's been on the comeback charge in this race. He's been picking himself up after not the best of starts, but that is only going to knock him down and push him further back and delay his renaissance in this race.
Yeah, it's so frustrating being behind a back marker, especially when they've got in the middle of a battle that you and the other driver are having. It's just so it's impossible to explain the frustration that he must be feeling right now. I know exactly how he feels. So it's just one of those things where you've just got to, you know, either try and get the place back or just try and let him go, even if you are faster than them.
Oh, Jonathan looking to the inside there on Scooter Red Bull coming into Ascari. He was having a look, he was thinking about it. He doesn't want to be too aggressive here, because if he's... Oh, it's Scooter Red Bull wide though, coming out of Ascari. I'm going to hand over to you, Ian, because my boss is just ringing me. I won't be a second, mate. Alright, one moment.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're all enjoying tonight's exciting racing coming from Monza in the GT3s, as we've had non-stop action here tonight. As I don't know if Andy's left the onboard with Lightblade or Scooter Paul. Lightblade is starting to close the gap again to Scooter Paul, and hopefully close the gap a little bit further as we come into the braking zone for the first corner. It looks like he's went a little bit later on the brakes than Scooter Paul, and he's managed to close that gap a considerable amount, and he's going for the move. Side by side, coming up to the De La Rosa chicane. Oh, they made contact. Oh, Lightblade! Oh.
Yeah, my boss just wanted to ask about. It wasn't actually work related. It was actually to do with racing, because he races in the F1 League on a Friday. He wasn't here for Imola last Friday, but he's Clarky Boy 321. He races in the F1 League, and he wanted to know if he can race in the XL League later. And I said to him, it's not really in my hands, because obviously it's not. Yeah, I just commentate for them. It's not really like so. But I keep getting onto him to join Discord, but hopefully he'll get onto Discord soon.
I don't know if you saw that, but Lightblade had a really big moment.
As like, what's happened to him?
He was side by side with Scooter Paul. Then all of a sudden, had a lot of contact with Paul, and he just lost the back end, hit the grass. Then he went right across the track and smacked his back end right off of the barriers.
Oh mate, that's going to be.
It could have came at a worse time, because the pit window is now open.
Well, they're now 8 seconds behind ST12 Dash, so that's really screwed those guys over, as we see Lightblade now weaving around, coming down towards the Parabolica. I don't know if he's trying to break the toe, or whether he's just struggling with front end grip, or whatever it is, but these guys are coming to the pits now, so in a way it's a bit of a godsend here, being able to come in straight after that, as we see Nils Barser now into the pits to make his mandatory stop. So anybody coming in for the next 10 minutes will be able to count this as their mandatory pit stop, as we see unsurprisingly Lightblade following him in. But Scooter Paul sticking with it, so presumably the damage not too bad for him at this point. He's staying out for the time.
He did not make any contact with the barriers. The only car in that encouragement that had any damage was Lightblade, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a shame for Lightblade there. Scooter Paul looked like he lost more time in the incident, but Lightblade, obviously, with the whack into the wall, will have to undergo a few repairs there. Hopefully he doesn't have to spend too long getting that sorted out, and he can be off and on his way and spread his wings free as a bird. But we can see a couple of guys coming into the pits in the background there. Luck Morato, what's happened to Luck? Because he was in the lead, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
So I don't know what's happened there.
Unless he's waiting for a premature pit.
Well, hold on a sec. He was in the... I'm confused.
Yeah, he was in the lead, yeah. Because I remember it being a black and pink Ferrari.
A second ago, he was in the lead. Does anybody notice what happened to Luck Morato? I genuinely, I have absolutely no idea what has happened here. I can't work it out what's happened here, because Luck Morato, I had him down as being in the lead, and now suddenly he is. No idea what has happened. He's not. He's now down in P11 in this race.
Right. As of lap 14, as of going on to lap 14, he was in the lead. But let's see. I'm on the replay right now.
So am I.
I believe he went to the pits prematurely.
Did he go in twice?
Yeah.
Oh no, Luck Morato there. Maybe he thought that the pit window. Maybe he thought that if you come in, maybe he thought that if you leave the pits under the pit window, then it can count as your pit stop. Maybe he thought that if he goes into his pit box during the pit window, that it's alright. But obviously, it's when you enter the pit lane that's when it counts.
Yeah, because you have to wait until the time of count starts to count down for the pit window is when you have to enter it. It's from the time that you enter the pits, this pit window has to be counting down. You can't come in a split second before, and you can't come in a split second after. You can come at in terms of if you want to get a last minute pit for your pit window to get your mandatory pit stop over, as long as you're in the pits before, that you could be in 2 seconds before it ends and it won't penalise you. But as long as you're in the pits, during the time that the pit window is open.
So as long as you enter the pits once it's open, but obviously it's the same as, you got to look at it as basically the pit lane is closed until the pit window is open. So if you enter the pit lane when it's closed, then it's not going to count as your pit window. You can still come in, obviously, for damage, or if it's absolutely necessary. You wouldn't come in unless it's absolutely necessary, because it wouldn't count as your pit stop, so it'd be completely and utterly pointless otherwise. But well, like Morato there, having an absolute mare, there's no other word for it, and he's now done his pit stop, but he's down in P10, and this has now given Woody a brilliant chance of taking a win, and it's brought Cheese Monkey into a net P2, I think, once all is said and done with the pit stops. SD12 has got ahead of Nils into, he's got ahead of him for position by the looks of it, in the pit stops as well. Yeah,
because I think Morato has actually been lapped now, because it does say on his on the relatives +2 laps, so I believe he must be a lap down on Cheese Monkey at this point.
Yeah, he would be. Cheese Monkey's, he's just now unlapped him. He's just now only 1 lap down instead of 2 laps down, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
So he's just come around there. Cheese Monkey's sat in the pits at the moment, so we'll have to see where he comes out in relation to Woody. I wonder if he's going to take a gamble.
He's moving. Cheese Monkey's moving.
Where's Woody? Woody's coming into the Parabolica, so this could be quite tight here between Cheese Monkey and Woody. Woody now on the exit of the Parabolica and coming out onto the start finish now. Where is Cheese Monkey? Is he off the limiter yet? He's just coming off the limiter now. Here he comes. Woody coming over the start finish line. This is going to be very tight here between Cheese Monkey and Woody. Can Woody hold on to the lead? They're going to be very close here towards turn 1. Cheese Monkey has played off an absolute blinder here in the pit window at Monza for the second round of the GT3s. Woody looking to try and get a win on his debut here at Motive, but Cheese Monkey, the GT4 champion, a 2-time GT4 champion on a Wednesday night, racing as a reserve tonight for this GT3 series, has the net lead of the race. Rompu's still yet to pit. The pole sitter in this one has had damage for a little while. Surprising he hasn't come in at the first opportunity to get that fixed. He's out there at the moment in the lead of the race. Scuderia Paul coming into the pits to make his mandatory pit window, as he's just coming out of the pits now. Spaz still yet to come in, and Rompu, they're the only 2 that have got a pit. But Cheese Monkey and Woody now the net 1 and 2, and this is set up to be an absolutely fascinating end to this race.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, Cheese Monkey's played that to perfection, as it looks like Rompu's coming in now.
Yeah, he is. So Rompu there, I'm surprised he didn't come in earlier. I was thinking he would be coming in at the first opportunity.
Hold on, we've lost Cheese Monkey.
No way!
We've lost Cheese Monkey.
Oh no! And that has just gifted Woody. I mean, I hesitate to say, is it, we've still got almost half an hour left in this race, but I think that's gifted Woody the win.
I think it has, because even though Cheese Monkey can get back in, he will still be on that same lap that he was on when he disconnected.
Woody's right at the end of the lap as well, so even if he jumps back in now, he's going to have to start that lap. He'll be a lap down on Woody, I think.
And he'll have a further 30 seconds to wait.
That's true, so he'll be, by the time he gets going, he'll be at least a lap and a half down, maybe even 2 laps down. It depends on whether or not his internet's gone or whether it was just a momentary timeout or something, but whatever the case, Cheese Monkey now out of contention for this win, and that has got to be one of the most unlucky instances I've seen at Motive, as he was just taking the lead and looked set to take a possible P1 in the GT3s, and well, Cheese Monkey, mate, I think what you need is an Ethernet cable, unfortunately, because too many times recently he's had problems with the connection. He got away with it. He got away with it very much so in the GT4s last week here at this very track, because he disconnected at the end of qualifying, which is kind of like the best time you could probably ever disconnect, if in all honesty.
Yeah.
As he was still able to join back and take the start for the race, but this time out it's happened midway through the race, just after he took the lead as well, and that is so unfortunate there for Cheese Monkey, as we're now down to 16 drivers here in this session. We've got Spuz in the pits. Jonathan Reed is coming in for an extracurricular stop there, so Not sure why, but it's not gone to plan for Jonathan in his final race here at Motive on the PlayStation platform. The reigning champion from last season is not going to have the sign-off that he would have wanted. Maybe, who knows, maybe he will be back at some point in the future, but he says that he's going on to PC for the time being, but hopefully we'll be able to see him out on track at some point in the not too distant future. But we got Rompu on the, has been passed by Rocco there, so Rocco up into second place, and Rompu though in a podium spot, and looks like he didn't repair the damage, so he's obviously trying to minimise the time spent in the pits, and he's going to just try and stay out and deal with the damage and see if we can get a good result. It'd be great to see him on the podium here in this race. He's got 12 seconds back to Nils Barca at this point. You've got ST12 Dash closing up onto the back of Scuderia Paul here. We've got Just Dance in the background there, 3.5 seconds behind. Lightblade closing up onto the back of Luck Morato, a little bit, a second and a half between those two. But other than that, seems like a bit of a quiet race at this point. Rocco and Rompu really the only battles going on at the moment.
Yep.
As ST12, he's within 6/10 of Scuderia Paul, so that one's looking reasonably tight at the moment as well. 16 people watching on the stream, big thank you everybody. Lots of comments coming in. We've been neglecting you guys recently, but let's just have a look. So we've got Freeman says it's a hard one to call, drivers can unlap themselves, but Jonathan should have seen that as they were battling and left them to it, as Jonathan is out of the race. Yeah, I thought he was. He's sat in the pits, he's not moving anymore. Lightblade, no, says John Jake. Lightblade, unfortunate to see him having that collision there a few laps ago. Obviously he's not doing too badly now though, he's in P9, so he can still get something good from this, but him and Scuderia Paul having that skirmish there. We see Specific saying, Paul, fair play to it, give it back, well done mate. Ryan also saying good on Paul to let him back through. You see, I missed that completely because I wasn't watching at that point, so I thought that Paul had actually come off worse in the incident, but in fact no. But fair play to him for that. Cheese Monkey up in seconds. Sean Freeman, absolutely, yep, we see that one, but obviously we know what happened after that. That did not age well. That certainly did not age well. Chris Bizik says, let's hit the like button, everyone. Please do, guys. Please show your appreciation for the GT3 guys out on track tonight. What a show they're putting on. What racing we're having here on the Motive channel. If you like what you see, if you want to get involved, be sure to go to www.motiveracing.com if you want to be part of the action. If you've got a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, then definitely come along and have a look. We're exclusive to the PlayStation platform, so it's something for PlayStation users to really, you know, invest their time and their enjoyment into. I know that PC race is a sport for choice as to leagues with streams and with high attention to detail to this whole, you know, the whole setup. But PlayStation, you know, not so much. So it's great to be able to bring something to the table that PlayStation users can really enjoy here on ACC. So yeah, if anybody with a PlayStation 4 or 5 wants to come along, then be sure to go to www.motiveracing.com, join the Discord server and sign yourselves up to the leagues which are currently ongoing. We've got the GT3s here on a Sunday night. We also run GT4s on a Wednesday, the British GT Sprint Cup on a Saturday, and soon to be starting up will be the Porsche 911 Cup, and that will be on Friday night. That will be starting up 8 PM GMT, and that will be following on every Friday. 10 rounds for that one, 2 rounds less than the other ones, as it will be starting 2 weeks later, so it will be running in sync with all these other leagues, so they'll all be ending at the same time. So obviously we're looking forward to that one. That'll be making its return. Used to run on a Monday night, it will now be running on a Friday after the F1, which is quite atmospheric, to be fair, because that's what it's like in real life. The Porsche Cup runs alongside the F1 calendar. They're always at the same meetings, so that will be quite realistic, which is quite nice. But got Jonathan there saying, thanks for the last race, I'm off before any more damage happens. Thanks Andy. No worries mate, good to see you, and shame that it ended the way it did, but Jonathan Reed, champion of last season for the GT3, signing off there, and hopefully we'll see you at some point mate, but unlucky on tonight. Duke Martin says, hey crew, just churned in, reading the chat, sounds like there's been some chaos. There's been a bit, but it's not been too bad. It's been a few thrills and spills, but the racing's been good, and it's been on the whole very, very clean. Sean there says it's been a decent race, Duke. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. It's not been all over the place. There's been a few moments, but really a couple of disconnects.
As far as Monza goes, it's been really good.
Yes, yeah, by Monza standards, because Monza is notorious for being a little bit all over the place, but here we are anyway. We've got a third of the race left to go here for the GT3's automotive tonight, and we can see here SD12 has got just under a second back to just Dan's at the moment. Woody out front has got an 18-second lead over Rocco at this point. You got Rompu running in third place, just 3 seconds off of the back of Rocco at this point. Lightblade only 2 seconds behind Luck Morato at the moment as they're coming over the line to start lap 21 of their race. Jay Polotto a little way ahead of Nilsson here as we see Jay Polotto is oh actually hold on, no sorry, that is Nilsson there just being lapped, I think. Is it? No. Oh, I don't know.
Number 71 where
Nilsson lapping Stones. Yeah. So those guys a little way behind but still going. Big thank you to Stones for sticking with us tonight. Also Yellow Army as well. Big shout out to those guys. Oh, as we see a pink car there spinning out, coming through the Della Roger. Who's the pink car? Luck Morato, isn't it? Yep. Oh, Luck Morato.
It's just Dan's. No, it's just Dan's.
No, it's just Dan's. Oh no, just Dan's there losing it. Luck Morato.
The way to tell the difference is just Dan's has the most of his body is a slightly dark green, whereas with Luck Morato his is pure black.
Very astute there, emo guy, absolutely. So we see there just Dan's losing out, so Luck Morato and Lightblade up into 7th and 8th places respectively, and just stands there down 2 positions. Luck Morato up into 7th place after leading much of this race, but pitted a lap early, pitted before the pit window opened, and had to make a second pit stop as a result, as the first one which he did might as well have not even happened. It was just a complete and utter waste, but nonetheless P7 decent points here, but he will really feel like this win has slipped away from him. He will be gutted when how this has gone, I'm absolutely sure of that.
The one person I feel it for it is Cheese Monkey, because he played that pit stop to absolute perfection.
Yeah, he really did. He did everything right, didn't he? And ultimately, no fault of his own. His internet connection just decided, nope, I've had enough, and that was that. That was all she wrote there in that one. We got Awesome Gumball here in the comments, says sorry for leaving. My little sister unplugged my wheel. Oh no!
I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice it last time.
I'll tell you what you need. You need to hire a locksmith, and you need to get a lock put on your door, and you need to get a key for that, because that is not on. That's outrageous. No. Oh man.
That's how certain things happen that a lot of people can get into trouble for. Happen.
Well, yes, exactly. Yes, no. This is why people do mad. But yeah, I was about to say a rude word there. This is why, you know, this is why people go crazy.
Siblings.
This is why people go crazy. But we got Boosted in the comments saying, "Let's go, Rompu." Good to see Boosted. We've got a lot of old faces in here tonight. A lot of old faces. Yeah. I don't think this is a coincidence. I think there's some kind of I think there's somebody said get onto Motive stream tonight. Everybody come and have a look at the GT3s. You've got 2 commentators on. You've got some packed outfield. It's Monza. It's exciting. Somebody said somebody's led a revival here. So whoever it is, I want to say
I was commentating.
Yeah, the emo guy commentating tonight. That's it. No, but in all seriousness, though, I appreciate whoever's led this advertising campaign for Motive tonight. I much appreciate it. It's clear that there's been somebody hyping us up, but we see SD12 there losing out on the exit of Ascari to Yellow Army there, unlapping himself. So SD12 there having a bit of a moment, but Yellow Army still going, still sticking with it in P13 in this race. We've got SD12 now well off at the back of Scuderia Paul. He was onto him before. Now Scuderia Paul can breathe a sigh of relief as he's now got that weight lifted off his shoulders. We've got Nils Barca on the back of Rompu at the moment. 1.6 seconds separating those. Yeah, he really has, hasn't he? Nils Barca there, not having the best. Actually saying that though,
Rompu's dropped off a lot off Rocco, because he was probably a second and a half off of him towards the end of the pit stop.
Yeah, I think that maybe Rompu didn't change tyres, and also he hasn't fixed that damage on the front of his Ferrari as well. He hasn't got that sorted out, and that is going to be playing absolute havoc with him at this point in the race. He's going to be really struggling along with that. But Nils Barca there, closing up onto the back of him. I have a feeling this is going to be a routine stuff here for Nils Barca.
Luck Morato's actually starting to lose out to here a lot bit to Lightblade as he's closing the gap.
Yeah, like what could have been, he made a really strong start to the race, and it looked like he was going to be possibly getting himself into the top 5. We saw the Run DJC boys getting behind him in the comments, but unfortunately that collision with Scuderia Paul has derailed his comeback quite a bit here tonight. as he would have had to fix some damage when he came into the pit stops for his mandatory pit. But he's on the back of Luck though, responding a little bit, coming through this middle sector as you see Lightblade all over that curb there on the exit of Lesmo 2. Nils Barca starting to really put pressure on Rompu. I said before a few moments ago, I think this is going to be quite an easy move here for Nils with Rompu's damage and the fact that I don't think Rompu switched tyres either because he was very quick in the pits. But down the start finish straight they come. Nils Barca moves himself into the podium spots, and I've got to say it's going to be quite close between Rocco and Nils Barca for the championship lead, because round 1 of the season went to Nils Barca. Rocco brought it home in 2nd place, so first and second for those two in this one, swapping over positions here, 2nd and 3rd for this 2nd round of the season. We've seen Nils all over the gravel there on the exit of the first chicane, but yeah, it's going to be pretty close between these two now. I'd say a couple of points in it, maybe. We'll have to obviously check that out. I do need to get those standings done, I think, but yeah, obviously once that's done we'll have some idea. But yeah, Nils Barca into the podium spots nonetheless. Last week's race winner having another good round, and it'll be 2 podiums from 2 races, as it will be for Rocco. And at the moment, as it stands, on his debut here at Motive, Woody in that number 21 Audi is bossing things out and looking set to take a win here at Monza, and that'll be absolutely fantastic for him. Joining this season, obviously a race late, is I don't know whether he's going to be a regular this season. Hopefully he will be a regular, because I know that he's always in the comments when he's not racing. He's always saying hello on the streams, so yeah, fingers crossed we can get him out on the track for this GT3 series, because he'll be a contender. If he's racing like he is tonight around every track, then he's for sure going to be up there this season, battling with the likes of Rocco and Nils, because he's currently dominating them tonight. Cheese Monkey would have been in there, would have been really giving Woody a good run for his money. In fact, well, Cheese Monkey was leading before he disconnected just after the pit window, so he would have been right there. But unfortunately, we'll never know what would have happened in that battle, as Cheese Monkey ultimately met his demise a few moments after the pit window. But Rompu falling off the back of Nils now, and we got Luck has managed to get ahead of SD12. SD12's lost out to Luck and Lightblade here, so I don't know what's happened there to SD12, but he must have had a bit of a moment, and Lightblade's now very close on the back of Luck.
He has dropped off a lot from Rompu.
Oh yeah, he has actually. Yeah, Nils had made the move on Rompu a moment ago. What has happened there?
Yeah, I think Rompu maybe having to do. What's happened to Rompu? Yeah,
Rompu's got
really
damage.
Slow.
Yeah,
no, he is really slow.
Is he letting him pass? It looks like he's letting him pass. Oh
so.
No! Did Rompu outbrake himself and hit Nils in the back? Maybe.
Let me see the mystical replay of Fortune.
I love that you can look at the replays.
Oh, you can as well. It's just it wouldn't look good on.
Yeah, that wouldn't have done the stream, no. But
yeah.
Emo guy there is going to let us know we got some VAR in the action of Emo guy here, but Rompu there very wide out of Lesmo 1. Race settling down now, although Lightblade's still very close on Luck, but Luck's managed to pull out a bit of a gap over the course of the start of this lap. But Boostin says, let's go Rompu. Awesome Gumball says, I will have to practice a lot for Silverstone. Hopefully no chaos in the first few laps. May have annoyed the purple McLaren at SC12.
Oh, hold on. I think I might have found the culprit. Back 5 seconds. Change to a different camera. Coming up to the Parabolica. Nils Barca's gone a little bit slow into the entry, and Rompu just tags the back of him and sends him spinning.
Oh no. I thought it might be, to be fair. I thought it might be Rompu tagging him in the back.
Oh, Rompu's off!
Oh, what's happened? Oh no, Rompu, same place that we saw, well, we didn't see, but we've heard about it because Iain just watched it and told us about it. But same scene as what happened there with Nils and Rompu there on the exit of Parabolica, losing even more time here, and that's pretty much put the final nail in his chance of getting onto the podium here. Notice on a timing board, Luck has now got 4 seconds back to Lightblade, so Lightblade's had a moment as well, and SD12 is now back up onto Lightblade, but I think Lightblade's going to pull away as SD12 has got a bit of damage on the front of that McLaren, maybe down to Awesome Gumball potentially, we're hearing in the comments.
Well, that last time round, Lightblade was over 4 times faster than SD12 that last lap, so I feel like, you know, if Lightblade can keep on doing what he's doing, he might just be able to secure that 7th place.
Yeah, and it'll be a solid result for Lightblade when you consider the incident he had with Scuderia Paul earlier on. He's only 4 seconds off of Luck, but I think that those two pretty evenly matched at this point, and obviously with Lightblade clearly making a mistake on the previous lap, that would have only halted his charge here in this one. But we've got Jay Palotto and Just Dance separated by 2 seconds. Just Dance trying to fight back from difficult middle part of the race. We've also got Scuderia Paul now closing up onto the back of Rompu. Rompu looks very much wounded at this point in the race, and I think it's a matter of time until we see Scuderia Paul getting himself into 4th place here with just over 10 minutes left in this race. We've got Ryan there says come on Lightblade. Sean Freeman says race director Iain, and it ain't over till it's over. Don't lose hope, Rompu says boosting.
I will be the race director. I am the one that makes the call. I'm not Michael Massey though.
Yeah, I was going to say, please don't be like Michael Massey. Oh god, what? That guy's a tool, man. Seriously, he's an absolute bottle job. I can't even, like, I don't even have any words for him. Like, what a mess. But anyway, here we go.
Apparently if Michael Massey stays in F1, Hamilton's not going to return. So I say Mike Massey can stay.
You're not a Hamilton fan then?
Yep. Don't get me wrong, there's no denying what he's done in F1. There's no denying what he's done for the world in terms of F1. But it's just time now. It's getting boring. Yeah, Verstappen's won the championship, but it's getting boring. Doing the same thing over and over, you know.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But if he's good enough, and his battle with Verstappen is exciting, you know, it's like it's boring. It's boring if he's running away with the championship with a car that's clearly head and shoulders above everybody else. But when it's a battle with Verstappen that's lasted the whole season, it's gone down to the wire, and they're so evenly matched. And plus Hamilton is getting older, Verstappen's getting better and Hamilton is dropping off, so we're reaching that point now where I think that Verstappen is only going to gain on Hamilton. You've got to also factor in, I reckon that Mercedes might have a better car than Red Bull this season. I don't know why, I just have a feeling that Mercedes might win that development race for this season, so I reckon they could be very, very close. Again, I
feel like it's going to be more than just Red Bull and Mercedes this season at the top.
Ferrari.
I feel like there's going to be a lot more cars that we've not seen up on the podium, up fighting for championships for a long, long time. Like, you know, McLaren, Mercedes, Haas, they're gone. Yeah, they're not getting it for a long time.
No, I think Ferrari might be in there. To be fair, Ferrari will definitely have an opportunity, and it's been a very long time since they've won a constructors championship. 2008 was the last time they won a constructors. Before that, their drivers championship the year before that was with Kimi Räikkönen.
The last time they were on the podium, the last time they were on the podium was 2017.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, they've been on the podium this season, haven't they? Surely.
Nope.
They haven't won since 20. They were on the podium this season. They just didn't get a win. I mean, Sainz came third in the last race.
Oh yeah, well.
But they had more than that. It wasn't just that either. I'm sure. No, I mean they didn't have a win. They haven't had a win since 2018. They won in 2018.
No, they've not had a win. They
won in 2019. They won in 2019 because Leclerc and Vettel both won races in 2019. Leclerc won Belgium and Italy. Vettel won in Singapore.
Their last constructors win was 2008.
Yeah.
Their last constructors win was 2008.
They were winning races in 2019 because Vettel won Singapore, Leclerc won Belgium and Italy. So they were winning races as recently as 2019, but the last couple of seasons, especially 2020, was a disaster. But last season was a step in the right direction.
Singapore was our last one with Vettel.
Yeah. We got JR saying foot down Lightblade in the comments. Sean Freeman says it would be great to see them go toe to toe again for another season. Yeah, it would be, obviously with Hamilton and Verstappen being so evenly matched, and Verstappen's on an upward trajectory. Hamilton is on his way down, but he's still got the talent, and hopefully, we always hope that with a driver who's coming off of their peak, that they're going to be slowly sort of coming off their peak, you know, and he's still a very, very capable driver, so fingers crossed he'll still be able to really fight it out with Verstappen this season. But yeah, I think he's maybe just getting to that point in his career where he is starting to lose a little bit of that sharpness, as you would, you know, he's 37 years old, and at the top level of Formula 1 it makes a difference, it really does.
Yeah.
Those things that you can't control, your reflexes, your reactions, everything about it, just, you know, your experience can't account for stuff like that, unfortunately. But
I just feel like he wants to try and keep up with cars, like drivers like Vettel, also just no longer, you know, Raikkonen and all that, because also they have been in for so long.
Yeah, I mean, you've had guys like that who have been around for pretty much our lifetimes, you know.
Well, look at Raikkonen. For out of all the races, out of every single F1 race that's happened in history, Raikkonen has been part of 38% of them.
It's quite an amazing stat, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and it really does put into perspective how long he has been in Formula 1 for.
Yeah, definitely. We can see here Nielsen into the pits to make an extracurricular stop here, so clearly some kind of damage on that Aston Martin.
Or fuel, maybe?
Maybe fuel, yeah, possibly you could be onto something there. Gap between Luck and Lightblade's coming down. It's now under 3 seconds between those two, so that gap is being reeled in at a rate of knots here, and we could be seeing Lightblade in the top 5 maybe by the end of this race. That was what Freeman was saying earlier on. We thought it unlikely a little bit earlier, obviously when the collision happened with Scuderia Pool, but at this point it's looking like Lightblade could be into P5 here in this one. Still a little way to go, still a couple of laps, still 3 laps I think for those two before we get to the checkered flag, but this is now a race on between Lottmarato and Lightblade. As we can see, Nielsen still sat in the pits at the moment. God, he's been in there for a long time now, as he's now off of the limiter and out onto the track once again. He can now spread his wings and see what he can do here out on track once again, but Lightblade's still carving that gaps down, still hunting Lottmarato in the closing stages of this race. Woody's got almost a 20-second gap here to Rocco, and he's got a couple of laps left in this race here. Woody coming over the start finish line. This will be the penultimate lap that we're coming on to here. What a great job it's been from Woody in this one. We've got Lightblade saying, sorry, not Lightblade, Freeman says Lightblade up to 6, Lightblade's out on track. John Jig says F1, and Sean Freeman laughing at John Jig's comment there as well. John Jig says sorry, but they are nerding out. Well, I'm sorry, we're just fans of F1. That's really why I play racing games. The whole reason why I got into racing games in the first place is because I'm an F1 fan, and then I realised that I prefer sim racing to playing Formula 1 games, because I don't know, it's a bit more competitive. F1 is a little bit, it's always a crash fest if you go online on F1, whereas if you go on a game like Project Cars or ACC, people seem to take it seriously, so that's really what kind of like...
Oh, Lightblade lost it!
Oh, is it? Oh, where is he?
Yeah, out of that Sky chicane.
Oh no, Lightblade there, it's been unlapped by Yellow Army. You see Yellow Army coming down the back straight down towards Parabolica.
I think that may be him. No, he's not. He's got the hazards on.
Yeah, as he gets it going once again, but he's going to lose out to, I think that's Rompu there. SD12 and Rompu both moving up position. Did Rompu get ahead of SD12 there?
No, he's behind. He's behind him.
He's still behind him. Yeah, no, he hasn't managed to get that one just yet. But what a shame there for Lightblade, obviously having that moment coming out of Ascari, and he will not be able to pick up a P5 in this one. He's down in 9th place now. Yeah, Rompu's got the run here on Dan coming down the start finish straight. He'll have a good opportunity.
He's just got by him. Dan's just got by him.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, absolutely, Ian. You're absolutely correct there. As looks as though Rompu a little bit too far back to come back at him coming into the first chicane, and I think now just Dan's is going to drive away from Rompu. Oh, Rompu cutting the chicane there, riding over those speed bumps. Oh, as somebody's wiped out the polystyrene. That is Lightblade there. He's picked up a drive-through penalty. on the final lap of this race, he's flashing his lights, and Lightblade there doing a very much a naughtiness there as he cut it was like the corner wasn't even there. It's like, no, the rules do not apply to me, sunshine. And Lightblade now cutting over the second chicane as well. What is going on here? Well, he's now conceded that time back, so obviously has avoided a secondary time penalty in that instance there. But well, I don't know. He's lost his head a little bit there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
well, obviously he's not in the championship, so he's just a fan. So yeah, but still, even with that, there's still
no harm, no foul. He gained nothing from it, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you can't really penalise someone for doing something that they gained nothing from. That's just completely absurd and senseless. But obviously, Lightblade there did gain something from the first chicane, and the game didn't give him an opportunity, didn't warn him or tell him what he was doing was a little bit sketchy before it was too late. So obviously, he got the drive-through as a result. But looks like he's now going to come in and get that drive-through done. He'll get an 80-second penalty if he doesn't, so it's very much within his interest.
Oh, Woody's right behind him.
Yeah, Woody is now come out to lap him. So Woody here coming in towards the Parabolica for the final time. What can we say about this man on his debut here in the GT3s at Motive? What a performance. Was vocal in the comments section last week at Spa, saying he couldn't wait to get involved. Here he comes out onto the start finish straight. It's going to be a win for the number 21 Audi. Congratulations, Woody 212. He crosses over the line here to take the win at the Autodromo di Nazionale Monza. Congratulations to Woody here. What a job, what a race. And with Cheese Monkey's, obviously the loss of Cheese Monkey due to the disconnection earlier on, it made his job that little bit easier, but nonetheless,
that's all I'm gonna say. You had a really good performance tonight. You know, drove the car well, did all you need to do, but you were lucky to get that handed to him.
You've got to have a bit of luck, to be fair. You've got to have a little bit of luck, and you make your own luck at the end of the day. You know, your actions can influence the luck that you get. Ultimately, you know, it's not all about how it falls for you. You've got to kind of like make it happen. It's not all about how it falls for you. But Nils Barca, obviously he didn't hack into Cheese Monkey's internet. I'm not saying that.
He got him DDoS.
Just like sat in the van. Pit window. Pit window. Yeah, he sat in a pit box. Quickly just loads up his laptop. Oh, right. Let's DDoS this guy. Right, we've got his IP. We're into his Wi-Fi. Right, switch off his connection to his PS4. Job done. No, but Nils Barca coming over to take a podium spot nonetheless. Scuderia Paul, a flash of lights from him in the number 24 AMG. Over the line he comes. Do you know what? I think I was saying that he was in a Bentley earlier. He's not. He's in a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Latmarato comes over to take a P5 there in the number 69 Ferrari. Very unfortunate. With the double pit stop there, that pretty much killed his race. He would have had a chance of taking a win if he hadn't been for that. Say again, mate?
He very much screwed the pitch.
Yes, he did. Justans comes over to take P6 ahead of ST12 who finishes this one in 7th place. Rompu 8th, followed by J Polo 2 in 9th place. Lightblade 10th, Spuzz in 11th, Yellow Army 12th, Nielsen 13th, Stones Racing in 14th place. We lost Awesome Gumball, Cheese Monkey, Jonathan Reed and Grey Wolf a little way before the end. Very unfortunate for those four guys, but that is that for the GT3s, the second round of the season here at Motive on the PlayStation 4 and 5. Woody taking the win ahead of Rocco and Nils Barca. The championship battle, it's going to be pretty close between Nils Barca and Rocco, but it's only the second round of the season, so still early doors. Yeah, but Emote Guy, we saw some great racing here tonight from all of the guys out on the track. Non-stop action as you expect from Monza, and pretty clean for Monza standards.
Yeah, it definitely was. You know, compared to the many of the races that I've been part of, it's probably the cleanest I've ever saw. It was like you said, it was non-stop action. We always saw some kind of battle going on out on track. We always saw someone trying to close the gap. You know, we did see a few mistakes. You know, that's all part of racing. But yeah, overall, I would say it's a pretty good racing, good night of racing. And congratulations to Woody 212 for his maiden win. Well, he's made an appearance and he's maiden win here at Motor Racing. May there be many more to come. Absolutely, yeah. First of many for Woody, fingers crossed. But GT3s,
on a Sunday night always deliver, and once again we have seen an absolutely brilliant night. Big thank you to everybody who joined us live on the stream tonight, to everybody who's commented. Let's just read them all out. We got Woody, Cheese Monkey, Freeman, as well as John Jig, Duke Martin as well, Boostin, Awesome Gumball, Jonathan Reed, Ryan Racing, Chris Pissock, Raki, as well as Whisk, as well as Smalley, Raven Maestro, and that's it. All of you guys, big thank you to you for commenting tonight. Those who haven't liked, please drop a like on the video. Let's get this to 20 likes if we can, guys. That would mean the absolute world to us if we can get this to 20 likes before we get off air. But I'm just going to get the classification up on the screen so you can see that whilst we won't be going off just yet. We will be going off in a second, so that will be the little sign off there. But Ian, I'm going to ask you, who's your driver of the day for tonight?
I'm going to give it to Woody.
Woody, race
anybody that can show up and have it be their first race, especially on a game like ACC, and take the win on their very first race. It's fantastic. It's just something that is quite difficult to do. Also, I don't know what his experience around ACC is, but it's still an achievement nonetheless. Yeah,
it really is. Absolutely, congratulations to Woody on that one. Lightbait drove a really good race as well, to be fair. Cheese Monkey was very, very strong, but my driver of the day, I'm going to give it also to Woody there, just for the way that he's risen to the occasion on his debut here tonight. But let us know, guys, what you thought of the racing tonight, and who's your driver of the day if you'd like to have a 2 cents on that one. But we will see you in the next one. Make sure you join us. Next we'll be on ACC on Wednesday night for the GT4s, so make sure you tune in for that. 7 PM GMT will be on for that one. If you're not on before that, I guess we will see you. Well, we'll be on now for XL for the F1 League. But other than that, we'll be on Saturday night for the British GTs and back on the GT3s for next Sunday. But from all of us, it's a big thank you, and we'll see you later.
See you.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing. I Just tripping on day dreams, got dirty little lullabies playing.